We've all heard about it, right? Yes, you all have heard about it. That is vision boards, right? What is a vision board? You got to figure out what you want in your life and put it on a wall with images representing all the things you would like to have in your life and how to make them come true and make them real. I think you've got to be in depth with what you'll want. You got to be precise and measure it. You got to say, I just don't want a nice house. What's a nice house? A nice house is 4 bedrooms, a garage like Swiss Beats, a few cars, a space to work on my cars, some nice tools, a studio for recording audio, a maybe video production booth as well in my house, a swimming pool, a nice yard for the kids to run around in with big trees, lots of grass, a space where I can get a nice sunset or sunrise during the year, a house that is preferably modern or well taken care of. It's really a nice quality home. I enjoy being in my house. It's quiet, it's secure, a wonderful kitchen with the fridges well stocked, with waters, with sodas, with whatever else you'd like to drink. A nice sitting room with a large TV, but very plush and comfortable. Lots of light coming in. Be specific about the vision board. You can go into other things like, what would I like to have in a woman, for instance? What is my woman that I would like to have going to be like? So let me give you an example. I got some written down here to help you. For instance, the next woman I have is going to be positive and joyful in spirit. Is going to be playful in terms of she's not always stiff and serious. She's interesting and quirky in some way. She's got some weird ways of doing stuff that I wouldn't do that add spice to our relationship. The thing about that is that some people like people that like them. I prefer people that are not like me. So I would go for somebody who is cooks differently, eats different things, does different things, because in doing so, they kind of bring new ideas into your life in the same way that the different things you do bring new ideas into their life, and together you create turbulence and emerge with a new dish. You're like different ingredients being put together to create a new dish, which is more interesting than the one you would have if you chose somebody that was like you and she chose somebody that was like her. So you bring something different to the table when you are together, right? Open to sexual experimentation, for instance, because you've got to be sexually compatible. So these are the kind of criterias. I mean, let me continue. Make some of her own money, slim figure, and athletic. You've got to define that. What kind of woman do you want? But remember, when I speak in my lecture about dating down and in my discussion about date women in a level lower than yourself, it includes physical size. Don't date a woman physically the same size as you. Look for a woman who's physically smaller than you, because then you are automatically more masculine, protective in terms of your physical stature, and she feels dominated by you when you guys are getting intimate. Okay, she's got a background and upbringing that allows us to resonate but not be the same, so that we can have resonance in terms of we understand each other. We have a window or door that allow us to understand each other, but we're not exactly the same person. An ability to write and to be articulate, that is to be communicative, to be able to speak. Submission and acceptance to my ideas, my ambitions, and my goals. I mean, I don't have to fight with her all the time. She knows to support and to do her part. She's intelligent, she's educated, but she knows how to think, most importantly. She may not have a PhD, a master's, or even a degree, but she's got a very clean and logical mind. That is what I'm talking about. She's able to control her emotions to some extent. Not all the time, but at least enough times to not create chaos in the relationship. She's down to earth. She doesn't think too much of herself or has false narratives about class. She is honest. She's not a liar. She's respectful. Definitely no respect, no relationship. She's grateful to have me and to be in a relationship with me because she values what I bring to the table, what I am as a man, and my masculinity and my energy, right? Healthy, of course, and settled in spirit. She knows what she wants. She's not still looking for crazy adventures, because some women are not settled. They're still looking to try this guy, that guy, and the next guy. You need a woman who has been with a few guys or has tried a few guys, and she's very comfortable and very sure of what she wants, because you don't want to waste your time with somebody who's just looking for a new experience, and once they've experienced you, they're going to try to look for another experience. You want somebody who's actually looking to settle down, and that's one of the things you want to look for if you're trying to settle down versus you just want to have a fling. Then that doesn't matter at all. But this is an example of the kind of visioning and the list I'm talking about. It can be about anything, about a business. It can be about your physical health. I want to have arms that are this size. I want to have a chest. I want to have a six-pack. I want to weigh this much. I want to be this fast and able to run a mile. I want to be able to swim 10 laps. I want to be able to earn 1 million US dollars a year. I want to own assets that generate income of 10 million US dollars a year, and I will not stop until I get that. You've got to have a vision of where you're going. It's called a vision board, but I think maybe that's what confuses a lot of people. I would rather call it the desired state. What is your desired state? What is, if you are living the life that you would like to live, what would it look like? And that's what you put on that board that you're using. Well, that's what you write down. You write down, I have a Bentley. I have 2 beautiful restored Mustangs. I have a horse in my backyard. I have a house in the valley. I have a house by the beach. I have a six-pack. I have the means to travel to countries around the world. I have a nice room where I can sit with light coming in, where I can read my novels or my books. I have novels I've written on the shelves of different bookshops online, on Amazon, and other places around the world. I have 2 million subscribers. You have to have that end state in your mind. You have to see it. And you have to also understand that sometimes your beliefs are negative and will fight against your vision. You may have a vision that your beliefs fight against, and that's why it's resisting it becoming real, because it resists you doing the things you need to do to make it happen. So you have to understand that sometimes when you write down your vision of what you would like to have, you have to deal with the affirmations and the beliefs that deal with that thing coming true. You have to create those beliefs and those affirmations and program yourself to not resist the end state that you've got in mind. Because if you don't, you may find that you say, I would like $1 million, but secretly or fundamentally you believe money is dirty, it's disgusting, and you're greedy for wanting it, and money is filthy, and everybody who's rich has done something evil and cruel to get it. Those beliefs can be the reason you're not getting rich. So you have to create beliefs and affirmations that say, I'm okay being rich. I love to be rich. I know that being rich, it does not mean I've done anything bad or hurtful to other people. It means I'm a good person. It means I'm adding value to other people's lives. You have to create counter beliefs to erase the negativity that may be running amok in your mind and blocking your ability to make your vision real. And you have to have a vision that you vet occasionally to say, I want to have a house of 4 bedrooms. Is that still true? Yes, it is. I keep it on my board. I would like to get married on the beach and walk down the aisle of my bride with the sand underneath our feet. We're not wearing any shoes. And the pastor says, do you take this? You know, you have to have a clear vision of where you're going, because it decides what you do next. You know that I want to get married on the beach. You're never going to bother with anything that leads to a destination or leads to an outcome where you'll get married somewhere else. If you say, I want to marry a girl that's blonde, there is no reason you're going to entertain any woman who is not blonde. You're going to look for, amongst the blondes of the world, a woman who chooses you and who suits being your wife, who is worthy of it, who shows you respect, right? You have to decide what you want, and then based on what you want, all other decisions follow suit. There is no, for instance, like with the blonde example, there is no punishment in the universe that will come against you because you've chosen to go for a blonde or blonde women versus brunettes and other women. God will not punish you for that. No force in the universe will punish you for that. That's your choice, and you're allowed to make it. From amongst those blondes, you will find one that suits you, and you will get what you desire to have in your life the most. So making a choice to decide to have something does not mean that you are throwing away or devaluing anything else. Because I choose to drive a Ford truck does not mean I don't value a Nissan truck or a Mercedes truck. It's just that I have a preference for a Ford truck. That's what I would desire. That's what gives me the greatest pleasure and the greatest feeling of enjoyment in truck ownership. And you have a right to go for that. So if you say, I like to wear the color purple, that's your choice. Wear the color purple and do things that drive you towards getting the color purple, and ignore anything that wastes your time and tries to give you a color other than purple. It helps your brain and your eye, your inner eye, your mind, your focus to see what you must see, what you must know, attract who you need to be around to get where you're going. It stops you from wasting time talking to everybody and consuming finite intellect and energy, finite lifespans of human beings. We don't live forever. So we need to focus only on that which we desire to have, and not on anything else. So when you're in a situation where you don't know what you want, you basically are everywhere and your mind is processing everything. Don't focus on exactly what you want. See it in your mind. Put it down, write it down, think about it every day, refocus on it every day, meditate, consistently have it on your mind. Let your mind know, I do not desire anything else, but I desire this. Let it have a definite goal, a definite space to move towards, and that is what it will bring into your life. Do not waste any time on things that do not have any application in your life in that kind of way, because a lot of us do. Maybe I should go to listen to that business lecture that I have no interest in, because you know what, it doesn't get me where I'm going. So you can see that this is not going anywhere you want to go, but you are forcing yourself, or you're just doing it, or you don't have. If you just sit around on the river without using your oars or your boat, you'll go wherever the river decides to take you. But if the river has many tributaries and you have a specific place you would like to go, then take your oar and start paddling towards the direction that you would like to go. Stop just floating along. Decide, I want a degree. Go find a way to get a degree. Don't just go along with the flow of life. Decide, visualize, strategize, plan, replan, fail, try again, take risks. Do not stop until you get that which you desire to have in your life the most. Life is too short to just accept what you get. You have the right to choose, and you can choose with your actions every day. Choose with your focus. Choose with how you intend to learn new skills. You can get what you desire in life. You can make it happen. It can be yours. Believe it, work at it, and keep it in the forefront of your mind, and you shall have it. Hope that helps you. Until next time, guys, do more, be more, become more on your purpose.